to the real. Okay, we have an incredible show today, so let's not waste any time and let's get right into girl chat. First up, my girl, rapper Saweetie, caused a huge uproar over the weekend when she gave new meaning to securing the bag. Saweetie was doing actually a live on her IG with her boyfriend Quavo, and she actually decided to dish out some relationship advice. She told her followers, if he's not getting you a Birkin, if he's not paying for your bills, then you need to throw that man back to the streets, okay? Well, a lot of women agreed that a man should be. Jeannie, stop laughing already.
It's too much.
Said that a man should be obviously spoiling his woman like this, but many others thought that she was completely unrealistic. Yo, even Safari actually ended up chiming in. He was tweeting this: Birkins are for serious relationships, not a talk to me, give me attention, we only went on 5 dates gift. Put that work in and you get a Birkin. That rhymes. So ladies, what are your thoughts on this? Jeannie, just go in. Go ahead.
Go, Jeannie.
Can't even help herself.
Okay. So look. First of all, we gotta realize, guys, the gram is not real life. Okay. I want to say first that all these women that are flaunting their bags, it's not always what it seems. I'm not talking about Saweetie, and I'm not talking about people who are gonna sit there and promote that their man got them the bag. But really, at the end of the day, you could try that life and find the guy that's gonna give you the Birkin all day, but at some point you're gonna be like, I need the loyalty, I need the honesty, I need the commitment, I need the connection. Yo, you will find, I promise you, there are men out there that love to shower their women or they love to flaunt their money. That doesn't mean he's a good man. And I'm not saying that Saweetie's saying that's all he's doing, but let's just not get focused on that. Like, seriously, are you ladies really believing that as long as you find the man who gets you the Birkin, you happy? Because I promise you, that bag ain't gonna mean anything to you when you're moving out of his house or you're separating yourself from his life because you thought that Birkin meant that he was a good man.
So you
am I
telling
right or
me
am I
that?
wrong?
That's a word.
But this is my thing. I wish that we would spend the energy that we spend in this weekend talking about that, and let's talk about some voting. But because we're talking about this, I'll go back to it.
But we have to talk about the Birkin.
Exactly.
We do.
But I will talk. I will talk about it. Okay. First of all, that bag. It's a one-of-a-kind bag. It can retain its value 80 to 120%. Jeannie, I had one, right? And I sold it, and I made more money off of it. So a lot of people are trying to say, oh, well, you spending that much money, you could have bought a house, it's actually a really good investment. So a lot of people don't understand, it's like they hand make the bag, and they're custom bags. So it's no one bag is alike. So that's a lot of value. I think if a man is gonna spend that type of money, in my opinion, he does care about you a lot. I think. He cares about you a lot, and that means a lot. And for men and women, to show and shower gifts, I don't see anything wrong with that. But I don't think you should, and I agree with you, Jeannie, I don't think you should value that man based on him buying you that bag. That's not right. But
the bag isn't going to replace what you.
And he's gonna expect something. He's gonna expect something. If he's spending that type of money.
My thing is,
I want to hear what you think.
We are in the middle of a pandemic. There are people who are losing their jobs. There are kids who don't have laptops to go to school or Wi-Fi to do their schoolwork. So let's focus on what's important. But if we're going to talk about Birkins, they range anywhere from $20,000 to $500,000 if it's a special one, right? But is that what we're caring about? Not a guy being kind, supporting, loving, and I mean, I'm raising young men. Even if they could afford Birkins, I don't want them buying Birkins for every girl they meet. They're dating, they're doing this. That's not a show of love. I mean, if it's your wife and it's a special birthday and you can afford it, yes. But I'd rather have that money and put down on a house. I'd rather have a man who cares about me more than just buying me a bag, because the bag is really to show off. It doesn't really do anything else. Do you know what I mean?
I believe a lot of those bags are real.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
I don't believe a lot of them are real.
There's that too.
So.
There's that too.
That's true
All
too.
day.
That is
Go
a big
ahead,
point
Munch.
too. I really think that it just depends. Every single circumstance is different. And I think it's so important that the young people that are hearing things like this and hearing about Birkins, that they recognize that every relationship is different. I once saw this meme on Instagram that pretty much said, I gave you $10, he gave you 20. You felt that he was better because he gave you more. But what he had was $200 and all I had was 10. Have you guys ever seen that meme?
Perspective. Yeah, perspective.
I saw
The point is,
I've seen it.
a man, you know, even like you said, Lonnie, that, okay, a guy, if he's giving you this bag, he means a lot to you. But if he's a billionaire, 50 grand doesn't mean anything to him.
So it means nothing to him. Right.
Versus somebody that may not have, if they're giving you all they have and the best they have, then that person, that should be considered in this equation.
Yes.
Well, and also, why don't you just buy your own bags? Why don't, I mean, you know, it's
That
like
part.
we're independent women. True independent women, we're not looking for dudes to always, you know, gift us with a bunch of
Yes.
expensive stuff. You know, if you really want it, buy it yourself and you feel a lot better. But demanding it, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Well, moving right along, because we could talk about that all day. Our girl Sherry Shepherd recently held a huge garage sale where she sold everything from jewelry to blankets to her furniture. And Sherry said that she sold mostly everything except for one thing, y'all. Her old wedding dress that she is now divorced from the guy from. Okay, but I ain't gonna get into that. She took to her Instagram and asked her followers what she should do with it. Take a look.
You throwing it away? Nobody bought the wedding dress. It's $1, folks. I'll give it to somebody for free. I just gotta get it out of my life. You think Goodwill will take it?
Sherry said she didn't think Dress for Success takes second marriage dresses. So, ladies, what advice would you give Sherry on doing with this dress?
That's funny.
Sherry is a really, really good friend of mine. We've been friends for over 20 years. I was at her first wedding. I know her backstory. My suggestion to her is burn that.
Burn it down!
Burn it. Burn it.
Burn it
Burn
down,
it.
burn it
Burn
down.
it, Sherry.
You don't want to keep those
I'm
memories?
so curious
That
how
should
much
be
she
a
originally
reminder.
paid for it.
It don't matter.
No,
it don't
she
matter
didn't-
much.
You know, maybe somebody else, you know, might need the dress. I mean, they
Yes.
don't care what happened in her marriage. You know, maybe someone that can't afford a wedding dress might want the dress.
No, Adrian's right. And not only that, the wedding dresses are very easy to manipulate so that you change it a bit. You know, you can take off
Yeah.
layers, you can take it in and change the silhouette. But I am with Garcelle when it comes to there's some type of whoosawing in the burning process
Yeah.
or the just trashing it or giving it away. Just basically getting it out
Did you
of
burn
your
yours?
life. No, I didn't. I gotta get
I
rid of it.
did not
I still gotta
burn
get rid of
mine,
it.
but I left it. Did you?
Where'd you
What
leave
did you
it?
do, Jeannie? I left it in the house. He was still living in the house, and I was like, I'm out. I'm good.
I'm gonna leave you and that wedding dress.
And the
Bye,
dress.
Moo.
Okay, but this is my question, ladies. Garcelle and Jeannie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you keep anything from your old marriages?
I kept my photo album. I kept my wedding photo album because my mom was in it, my sisters, my family. So that to me, I can always show the boys, you know, one day. But that's the only thing I
Yeah.
kept. I didn't keep the ring. I feel like with an engagement ring, like if you get engaged, the engagement ring is for the promise of the future. If that future is no longer happening, then you give back that ring. That's the
You
right
give it
thing to
back.
do.
Absolutely.
You gave
give
it
it
back
back.
to him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, the engagement ring? No, we'll talk about that.
Garcelle,
another
you
day.
need a Mama Mai in your life because Mama Mai took my ring. I think she put it on a string around her neck for a second, and then I think it's being pawned somewhere between my family members. There's no Asian family that is getting rid of jewelry.
No.
They ain't that mature.
Yeah.
What?
But I will
Yeah,
say
I sold mine.
I also, yeah. So I'm not keeping anything, but I'll probably keep a couple photos because I don't regret.
Exactly.
Like, it's not something I want to erase. It's something that happened because it had to teach me things. I learned so much more
Yeah.
about myself that actually helped me it helped catapult me towards the person I want to be. And it helped teach me about the love that I now have and the love that I need to have for myself. The one love that's going to last forever, mine. So
Love
I'm
that.
not regretful of it, but I didn't keep the whole album. You kept like the whole, like I'm good with like a page.
But
Well,
she has
because I haven't gone
kids.
through
She
it,
has
so it's still
kids.
intact.
Oh, yeah, and you probably have one of those photo albums where they're hard, where you can't tear out the pages.
Yes, exactly.
Got you.
So that's
Got
okay.
you.
Yeah, my
The
first
boys can see
marriage,
that
well,
one
my
day.
only marriage, I kept a
Oh,
3D
yeah.
cube. It's a I gotta find it, Jeannie. I'm gonna find it one day and I'm gonna show you ladies. Cause that's
Please
the
post
only
it on
thing
the
that I
Reels
kept.
Instagram page. Please post it on the
I
Reels
would
Instagram
love to
page.
see
I'll
it.
post it.